Hello and welcome to the class. Let us start today's topic. Today's topic is a space or stereoisomerism. As all of you know, I am earlier discussed a structural isomerism in two parts. One is from chain isomerism to functional isomerism, including chain isomers, position isomers, ring chain isomers, tautomers, as well as functional isomers, and in a separate videos tautomers in three form: ketoenol form, nitro form, as well as in cyanide isocyanide form. Now today we are going to discuss another form of isomerism, and that is very important for 11th 12th as well as for competition purpose. This is a space or stereoisomerism. The space or stereoisomerism arises due to different orientations of atom or group of atoms in a space. It arises due to the differences in relative arrangement of atoms or group in a space. It can be further classified into three types. First is geometrical isomerism. This is the part of 11th and 12th both syllabus. Second one is optical isomers. This is mainly for class 12th. And third one is conformational isomers, and this is also the part of class 11, like conformation of alkane, cyclohexane, etc. From the exam point of view, optical isomer and conformational isomers are very important, but we are going to discuss all these three parts: geometrical, optical, and conformational isomers. Let's start. First, geometrical isomers. As from the name, it is clear that isomerism which arises due to different geometry. What is the meaning of geometry in the case of isomerism? That is the placement of atom or group of atoms around doubly bonded either carbon atom or carbon nitrogen or nitrogen atoms. The basic definition of geometrical isomerism is it arises due to different geometry of the atoms within the doubly bonded carbon atom. This is the basic definition, but it cannot only arises in between the carbon atom, doubly bonded carbon atoms. It can also arise between the doubly bonded carbon nitrogen as well as in between the nitrogen atoms. On this basis, it can be further classified into cis-trans isomerism. It mainly arises in doubly bonded carbon atom. Second one is Z isomerism. It is also arises between doubly bonded carbon atom. What is the basic difference between these two isomerism? It arises if two like group either lie on same side or in different side. But Z isomerism arises when all attached atom or group of atoms are of different types. And third one is syn anti-isomerism. It arises between doubly bonded nitrogen atoms or in between doubly bonded nitrogen and carbon atom. Then now come to the cis-trans isomers. Cis-trans isomers arises between doubly bonded carbon atom, and cis form arises when like group lie on like group lie on the same side, and trans isomers arises when like group lie on the opposite side. Those geometrical isomers in which bulkier group. What is the meaning of bulkier group? Bulkier group are mainly hydrocarbons like CH3, C2H5, C3H7, C4H9, etc. It means increasing the number of carbon in hydrocarbon chain, their bulkierness will be increases. Means the geometrical isomers in which bulkier groups are within the same side of doubly bonded carbon atom. This is the key point, same side of doubly bonded carbon atom. What is the meaning of same side? Same side means doubly bonded carbon atom has a planar structure, and if two like groups lie on the same side of a plane, that is called same side of doubly bonded carbon atom. This is called cis isomers. Now come to the trans isomers. And trans isomers, as all of you know, these are the lockdown period, and the efficiency of each and every person decreases according to the situations, and that's why we are going to discuss with these notes. Let's come. Trans isomers, this is the opposite to the cis isomers. In cis isomers, bulkier group lie on the same side of doubly bonded carbon atom, but in trans form or trans isomers, bulkier groups are on different sides of the doubly bonded carbon atom. You can easily observe on the basis of these examples, like in first case, this is C double bond C, this is doubly bonded carbon atom, and like group like AA, this lie on same side, this is called cis isomers. In this case, hydrogen and chlorine are different, but two like groups CH3 lie on same side, so this is cis isomers. But in second case, AA lie on different side and antagonistic to each other, this is trans form, like CH3 this is the trans form. And both isomeric forms combinedly called cis trans isomers. It's clear? Now one very crucial question, and this is very, very important for examination point of view. This is the species where CHH double bonded CHA. It means around the double bonded carbon atom, two hydrogen, and another side one hydrogen and one other atom or group of atom. This type of molecule never shows cis trans isomerism. This is very, very important point for competition point of view. This is represented as CHH and CHA. Look carefully. If you are observing hydrogen atom, in this case hydrogen atom lie on same side, and from this point of view this is cis isomers. But from another point of view, hydrogen atom is also on transposition, and it is not possible to become a single molecule acts as both cis and trans. So this form never show cis trans isomers. Another example like CH3 CHH. Like group present, but like group not lie on same side. These are the sides, and in this case CH3 is different, hydrogen is different. CH3 is different, hydrogen is different. So this form is also do not show cis trans isomerism. These are the two forms that never be shown cis trans isomerism. But in some cyclic form, cis trans can be observed. For example, this is cyclobutane, and it do not containing any double bond, but it follows the formula of alkene. Alkene has formula CnH2n, and alkene and cycloalkane both have same formula. So like alkene, cycloalkanes can also exhibit cis trans isomerism. For example, in this case, if like group lie on same side, this is cis form. If lie on opposite side, this is trans form. It can also observe in case of heterocyclic compound at the second and third position. This is very crucial example. Observe carefully. This is the first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon. And always in heterocyclic compound where there are more than one optical center, I will discuss further what is the meaning of optical center. This more than one optical center, in that case always cis trans observed at second and third position because of their crucial conformation. In this case, this is first carbon, this is second carbon, this is third carbon, this is fourth carbon, and this is fifth carbon. Between second and third carbon, we can observe cis and trans isomers. For example, in this case, both hydroxyl group lie on same side of a plane. This is called cis form. And if both hydroxyl group lie on opposite side of the plane, this is called trans form. There are three basic type of questions related to cis-trans isomerism. First, which molecule shows cis or trans isomers? Second one, which molecule do not show cis and trans isomers? And third is the identify from the given options which one is cis and which one is trans form. And from these examples we can already understand what types of questions can be asked in examinations. For example, like this is the form of trans and this is the form of cis for the identification purpose. But these two types of molecule never shows cis and trans isomerism, but like alkene, cycloalkane compounds can also exhibit cis trans isomers, as well as heterocyclic compounds can also observe cis and trans isomers. Related to physical and chemical properties of cis and trans isomers, a rule exists that is called Auer-Esquita rule. This is called Auer-Esquita rule. According to this rule, the melting point, MPS stands for melting point, and intensity of absorption of cis isomers are lower than trans isomers. Recall, melting point and second is intensity of absorption. These characteristic will be lower in case of cis isomers. It means higher in case of trans isomers. While boiling point, density, refractive index, dipole moment, dissociation constant, heat of combustion and hydrogenation etc. are higher than trans isomers. It means other than two properties, melting point and intensity, rest properties of cis will be higher than trans form. And this is very important point, already related to this questions exist in IIT and NEET. Next one is dipole moment of trans isomers is usually 0, but not in all cases. For example, in case of C double bond C, CH3, H3C, Cl, Cl. In this case, trans isomers net dipole moment, this is net dipole moment, and this is equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. It can be cancelled out easily, and so net dipole moment is 0. But suppose that in this question one chlorine atom is replaced by hydrogen atom, then this is also again the transform because of CH3 group, but the net dipole moment is not equal to 0. So carefully use this statement, dipole moment of trans isomers is usually 0 but not in all cases. But it is clear trans form has always less dipole moment in comparison to cis form. In general, trans forms are more stable because of less steric hindrance. This is the main point. Now come to the next isomers, and that is after cis and trans, this is Ez isomers. As already discussed, Ez isomers arises when all atom or group of atoms attached with the doubly bonded carbon atoms are of different types. E isomers, E comes from Greek word antigen. There are various pronunciations that are related to this term, antigen or antigen. It means opposite. Opposite means this is similar like trans. And Z isomers comes from Greek word gishamen. Gishamen means together, and it means equivalent to the cis. The system is based on priority system developed by Kahn, Ingold and Prelog. Kahn, Ingold and Prelog, so also known as CIP system or rule. C from the Kahn, I from Ingold and P from Prelog. So this is also known as CIP system or rule. Now come to the some examples of EZ isomers and according to the CIP mechanism. According to CIP mechanism or CIP rule, higher the priority is assigned to the atoms which have higher atomic number. For example, look at this example. C double bond C, Cl, Br, C2H5, CH3. From this carbon, C2H5 attached, from this carbon, CH3 attached. And from the second carbon, this is chlorine and this is bromine. First of all, we are going to compare chlorine and bromine attached with this carbon. And among chlorine and bromine, chlorine has atomic number 17 and bromine has atomic number 35. It means higher the atomic number, high will be priority, and according to this, bromine has higher priority in comparison to chlorine. So among bromine and chlorine, bromine got at first position and chlorine is second position. Now from this carbon, CH3 group attached, and directly with this carbon, carbon is attached, and in C2H5 also carbon is attached. You can write C2H5 like CH2 and CH3. This is nothing, just opening of C2H5 as CH2 and CH3. Now from this carbon, the bond between C2H5 and CH3 has both carbon again, and from this carbon attached other atoms are hydrogen and carbon, and from this carbon hydrogen. It means if first atom has same atomic number, then we go from the further to the next atom, like this carbon atom attached with another carbon atom and two hydrogen. So this is CHH. But in this case, CH3 has after carbon atom only 3 hydrogen, HHH. And now we can compare after the common carbon atom, in this case carbon atom, but in this case hydrogen atom, and carbon has higher atomic number in comparison to hydrogen. So C2H5 got at first position and CH3 at the second position. Now above or below the plane, because this is a planar molecule, bromine has first priority, and in this case CH3 has second priority. It means this is not at the same side. It means first position at the opposite side, and this is called E isomers. If first at the same side, this is called Z isomers. This is all about cis-trans isomerism and EZ isomerism. Thanks.